Just picturing a can getting up and drinking itself.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things. What advice would you guys give to our viewers today? Our listeners.
Yeah, I got this one.
All right, go ahead.
Don't drink any Dr. Pepper. That's
crying
mine.
out loud.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I would give advice to people is that if you are struggling and if you are ready to get help, always reach to the closest person you know. Like, no, I mean not like, you know, the actual, you know what I mean, like the person that you know most about, the person you trust the most. Just
yeah, a trusted adult for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Or just a friend.
Like if you're in school and you know that you're struggling, go to a teacher, guidance counselor, someone that could get you the help that you need.
I think that for me it would be, first of all, when you're struggling, to first of all recognize the problem that, yes, I'm struggling with anxiety. Yes, I'm feeling depressed today. Yes, I'm feeling not okay. But that is okay. Like I was talking about with advice to myself, that rather than to drag yourself further down and saying, I'm so stupid, all these negative thoughts, this is horrible, I'm horrible. Remember to yourself that you are enough, that instead that this is not something wrong with you, but something you are struggling with. Yeah. And that's okay. And with that you go ahead and you reach out to a trusted adult. If you need help, write it down on a piece of paper. I'm struggling and I need help. And then if you tell your parent, tell your guidance counselor at school. And I think that's a really important step in order to move forward, is just first being able to reach out and take that big step. And it's a big, scary step. And I'm not saying it isn't. None of us are saying that it's not a scary step, but it is a necessary step. And it is a step you can do. Each and every one of you that are struggling, you can take that step.
Yeah, and like I know from personal and from, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that it's not an easy step, but it's a step that I'm pretty sure most people can take.
And for those of you that are in the process of getting help, don't give up on it. I speak from personal experience when I say that getting professional help is frustrating in itself, because a lot of times we don't receive the help that we need right away. And it can be a very, very long process. It can be finding the right counselor that we fit with. For a lot of us, we'll end up seeing a psychiatrist as well. So finding a psychiatrist that fits us, because we don't always fit well with everyone. And finding that person that we connect with, that we can help to work through what those thoughts in our heads and help gain those skills to better cope. Finding that person can be a really long process. So for those of you that are in the process of getting help, don't give up on it. Understand that it's not going to be most likely the first person you talk to. And that's just the reality of it, right?
And like adding on to that, like it's not gonna be that fast. It's not gonna be like a snap of a finger to where you're just instantly cured. It does take time, but you just have to stay strong during the time that it takes to get help and to to be helped and stuff. But yeah, it's
100%. How much responsibility lies on us to improve versus the system to support us? That's like a really good question.
That's a hard question.
I did too good of a job of thinking of questions. Darn.
That's a hard question.
Who would like to start?
I can.
All right, go ahead, Ashley.
It kind of goes back to what I'd said earlier, how like whenever I'd answered, why does it always feel the world is against us? It's because the older generation just thinks that we don't know what we're talking about, and but we are struggling to try and be responsible, help be a change and stuff, and they're basically just knocking us off our pedestal.
Yeah.
I think that for me, the responsibility lies on us in order to get the help that we need in order to push ourselves forward. But it doesn't mean we have to be alone. I think that especially when going to therapy, we go to therapy in order to learn the skills in order to help ourselves. We receive emotional support in order to have the hand in which we can help support ourselves on. You stand on your own 2 feet, but with the support of others. I think it really becomes a balance that yes, you are the ones holding your own weight because that's the reality of it, but it doesn't mean you're standing alone.
And like adding on to that, that like of course you need support in anything in life, like even through the most stupidest crap, like addicted to Dr. Pepper. You need support for that. Except for me, that's just natural. But like
Crying out loud.
But yeah, you need support through a lot of things.
So you need a Dr. Pepper support group.
Yeah, you hit me up. I got the Dr. P. You already know.
Crying out loud. What are some of the most important factors to consider when trying to self-improve?
Drink Dr. Pepper. I'm joking.
Crying out loud.
I'm sorry. It's an on-running joke now.
I know, right? No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding around,
right,
guys.
Bex, do you want to take this question first?
I will. What are some of the most important factors to consider when self-improving? Kind of like I was saying before, that it is ultimately by your will when you are ready. It's okay when you're not ready, but when you are ready, it is by your strength. You are the one pushing forward while everyone else is helping you along. If that sort of makes sense. The analogy I have in my head is very much one that I imagine it physical and mental strength alike, in that you're pushing yourself forward, you're standing up on your own 2 feet, but it doesn't mean that, you're holding hands with everyone around you that is by your side, with the resources out there to help support you.
Yeah, and like, and honestly, one of the most important factors that you can see is what is the problem, and think of ways how you can, reveal, or not really reveal, but like show, like let's just give an instance, like let's say that man, what's a good thing to say for damn, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. Go ahead, Ashley.
One thing I can think of is basically see what kind of friends you're around, and if they're the kind that are constantly negative or bringing you down, try and distance or unfriend them, because they do have a big impact on how you feel and stuff. And if they're constantly bringing other people down, who knows if they're not going to turn on you and start bringing you down, and it's just going to make you start feeling worse.
Yeah.
I think we're at the end of the podcast, folks.
We are already?
Yeah, that went so fast.
That did go fast.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you.
We have a Discord server, also an Instagram, and a Patreon. It will all be linked below in the description. Yeah. If you guys would like to join with the Discord server. We have a podcast section in which you can ask questions about the podcast, or I will ask for questions of what you want us to talk about on the podcast. If you guys are interested in that.
That's how we send. That's how we get and answer your questions.
Yep. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it may be.
And
signing off.
This
Bye.
was the I Cheese Podcast.
This was the
Signing
iCheese
off.
Podcast. Bye.